What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing, and it will help out this channel. So today, I wanted to continue with my life story, and I wanted to pick up where I left off, which is me arriving at Sylmar Juvenile Hall. I was in East Lake Juvenile Hall for like 4 days, and then I got direct filed, went straight to Inglewood Adult Court. From Inglewood Adult Court, they sent me on a bus, not a bus, they sent me on a van straight to the compound in Sylmar. So boom, I get to the compound in Sylmar. I'm walking inside, I see the big old field. They got a nice field, nice grass. I'm like, whoa. Next thing you know, they're like, nope, keep going straight. I look straight, I'm walking, and I remember it like it was just yesterday, man. It's like a little prison. It's like a prison inside of the juvenile hall. Big old fences, barbed wire all around. Even school, even the classes, the bungalows where we went to school, the whole walkway, big old fences and barbed wire. Looking at it like, whoa. Boom, get in there, walk inside the building, I see the homie Lil T. Then they put me on the other side. I was in Y1 and the homie was in Y2. Y1 was pretty much the box. What the shoe in prison is what the box is in juvenile hall. It's pretty much solitary confinement. If you get in a fight or something and they want to separate you guys, they'll send somebody to the box, if not both. So I land there, that's the intake. I go to my cell, the homie Lil T comes. He's all like, hey, my boy, like, he sees me all sucked up. He's like, hey, you need to start doing some push-ups, my boy. I'm like, what? He's all like, you need to start doing some push-ups. We got a lot of enemies right here. Like, what? I remember I tried to do push-ups. I couldn't even do 10. After 5, I was struggling. Like, I remember he's just right there dying. Then he calls the homie Shadow from Latin Times Pacoima. He was the KP right there at the time. So he comes, they're right there chopping it up. He tells them like, hey, this the homie right here, you know, take care of him. Like, make sure you got him. So he leaves. I'm right there chopping it up with the homie Shadow from Latin Times. Man, hopefully everything's good with him, because I know he was dealing with some stuff too. He had a girlfriend that were both underage. Right? He was fucking. Mom walks in, catches him, and she called the hura. Even though they were both underage and she consented to it because the mom called and reported it, he had that on his jacket. So I remember this was after he told me about it, and I think in the county they ended up tripping on him. And I'm not sure if he ever cleared it up or what happened. But long story short, boom, he's right there chopping it up with me, and he tells me, do some push-ups. I'm trying to do push-ups, same thing. 5, I start struggling. I remember him laughing, cracking up. I'm like, man, fuck you. Like, watch, fool. Like, I'm gonna get it. And I remember since then, you know, I always worked out and stay in shape, stay fit, because you never know. And he was right, you know, we had a few enemies right there. But before I even was able to go to a regular unit or anything like that, I'm right there in Y1. I see classification and all that. So in the night, they send me to W. So I go to W. As soon as I get to W, I was mad because I wanted to go to the other side with the homie Lil T. So I remember I was hot. Told the homie, hey, they're taking me. He comes, he's like, hey, fool. He's the one that put it in my mind, you know, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. He's like, hey, come back. First fool you see, flight him. First enemy guy you see right there, fool, just get off on him. And they'll send you back to the box. So I'm like, all right, hell yeah. Remember, they take me. I go to W, and everybody's locked down. It's already nighttime. Everybody's locked down. There's only the porter out there, the KP. He's out there sweeping. So as soon as I go inside and people see me, people just start yelling out their door. Whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. You know what I mean? West side this, east side this. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm just like, what? Boom, chunking up the hood. Boom. This, woo, woo, woo. And at that time, I'm doing all that. The staff that's taking me, that's walking me in, because it was a staff from W that went down there and then got me. So she's like, hey, kick back, woo, woo. So whatever, I shut up, I'm walking, and then I don't know if the porter said something or what, but he was standing next to my cell where they were gonna put me in. And I didn't even make it in the cell. I just flexed up on him, like I banged on him or something. But it was too much, extra'd out to the point that the free staff got mad, like, hey, get down, took out the pepper spray. I ended up getting down, take me back to the box. Boom. Go back to Y1. It happened so quick, and like I said, it was in the night that happens. I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, and shout out Miss Robledo. She was a Raza free staff, you feel me? She was I believe she had came from one of the camps, but she was a staff. My bad, gotta hydrate. So she opens my door, click, cause she was there when I seen classification, but she had already left, and it was the next shift when they tried to get me a bed. So she's like, click, oh, you still here? Like, yeah, I'm still here. Opens the door, she's like, hey, you my KP, come on. So I'm out there serving breakfast, boom, right? And I didn't know that sometimes there was a full-on suicide watch right there that would help out sometimes because they're in the hole. It's the box. So because everybody else was in the box and he was there, he wasn't on the box. Like, he was there because he was on suicide watch. His door was always open, and there was a staff sitting at his door watching him 24/7. I think he had came from YA like that. He did something in YA to where the rumor was that he had got green lighted in YA. It was Ugly from Insane. Stocky motherfucker. I believe he was already like 18, 19 at the time. But he was still being housed right there. Why? I don't know. You feel me? But word around town was that he was green lighted in YA. He couldn't be over there, so they sent him right there to the compound, and he was to be only right there in Y1. Suicide watch and all that. So he gets mad. I don't know what interaction we had, right? But he starts trying to tell on me. He's telling homegirl like, oh, he's not even supposed to be out. He's in the hole. Woo. He went to W and then came back. Woo. Like, what? I'm like, man, I was about to spit on him. I was like, man, you a fucking snitch. And I was about to spit on him. And the staff that was watching him was like, hey, go spit that in the trash. Like, what do you mean? Go spit that in the trash. They break us up. He goes to his cell. I go to my cell. And then I get up. They separated us. She came, she got me. And I'm out there chilling. They had closed his door. I think he was even more mad because of that. So boom, they had closed his door. The staff was still right there watching him, but outside just on the little glass. So that happens, right? I'm in the bathroom, and his staff set that up straight up. Cause I'm in the bathroom. She allegedly closed the door to the bathroom, let him out to go get water or whatever he was doing, right? So I'm taking a shit, and I said this story already once before. I'm taking a masa. I finish wiping or whatever, flush, I get up, I look forward, like as I'm like looking forward, I see just, cause it's a big old glass window. It's just each stall has like a wall, a white wall, probably like this high. You feel me? Separating the stalls. So remember, I flush, I just see something. I look up, I get up, pull my pants up. Next thing you know, he's in front of me. I just remember he said something, cuz. Boop, bow. I ain't gonna lie, big stocky motherfucker. So remember he said, boo, boo. Hit me, I hit the wall. Boom, and I bounce up from the wall. Boo, boo. I ain't gonna lie, I was swimming. But after that, he didn't drop me no more. We went from the bathroom stall to like towards the shower area. I'm like pushing him back. I'm charging at him. You feel me? And that's when his staff comes. I just remember she like moved. She threw me and then she sprayed him. And I know she threw me to the point because boom, she sprays him. And I just remember seeing her glove right here, right? It had a gang of blood. That fool cut me right here. I still got the scar right there. He split it open. He split my eyebrow open. So, boom, splits me open. Bandage up. I go to medical. Then from medical, they send me to the hospital. I end up going to the outside hospital. Not even a week in. I go to the outside hospital, getting stitches. They call my mom. I can only imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a 16-year-old, just got busted. You know he got busted for an attempt murder. He just told you that he did it. Next thing you know, they're calling you from the juvenile hall saying that he got into an altercation and he's in the hospital. Man, I ain't gonna lie, my mom probably thought I was the worst at the time. Straight up, like, man, this fool can't stay out of trouble. You feel me? Not even a week. He's already over here getting himself in another fight to where he's in the hospital. You feel me? Like, what the hell's going on? So that happens. I remember going to the outside hospital, waiting for hours. I mean, hours just to get stitched up. I remember everybody just staring at me because I'm right there in the middle of the waiting room, mixed in with everybody. Just right there waiting. You know what I mean? Big old bandage at the time. I had a big old bandage around my head. Like, that's how they just put a gauze and they put the big old white band. So I'm right there looking like orange suit, shackled up. They're probably looking at me like, what's up with this kid right here, you know? So, boom, that happens. I get stitched up. They take me back. As soon as I get back, hey, one thing though, I gotta thank them. Hey, shout out Ugly from Insane, because it was meant to happen. So I get back to the building, and as soon as I get back to the building, I see my homeboy Lil T right there in the office talking to them, and I got my wish. I end up going to Y2 with the homie Lil T. So hey, good looking out, Ugly. Hey, it took some stitches, but I ended up going to the building with the homie Lil T like I wanted. So, boom, I come back. I go, they're moving me to next door. As soon as I step foot inside the day room, I look to the left, and I thought it was Terco. I told this story, I think when I was on live. I thought it was Terco from Longo that took off on that fool Ugly from Insane, but it wasn't. It was the homie Shadow from Latin Times Pacoima. He's in the shower. I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh, as soon as they let them out for day room or for the next chow, whatever it was, homie Shadow took off on that fool for me. The homie Shadow, when I first got there, you know how I told you guys that when I first got there, the homie Lil T came and he told the homie Shadow to look after me? Well, that fool took that shit serious. Straight up. Hey, man, my boy. Because as soon as homeboy did that, he seen what happened to me, that I had to go to the hospital. First chance he got, that them doors cracked, that fool ran that shit back. Poop bow, poop bow. He didn't even stop. They're like, hey, that fool got him. Like, the other fool couldn't gain his composure. Kind of like how I got that fool Dumbo from Palmas. When I got him up with Dumbo from Palmas. He was a big ass dude, but I was just like, man, I'm gonna flight him and I ain't gonna stop. You know what I mean? Big motherfuckers like that, you don't stop. You gotta keep going. The minute you stop and they gain their composure, it's a wrap. So, boom. I go in there, I see that fool, he's right there in the shower. So I'm like, oh, that's right. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, what was like this after that? Cause like I said, not even the homie Lil T ran it with him. And we had Hudas right there. I told you guys I was gonna tell you guys about the Thunderdome. We had the Hudas that'll set it up and we had the sale. But for some reason the homie didn't pursue it. And I didn't push him. You know what I mean? I didn't push him straight up. Cause there was some fools right there, you know what I mean? Like, tell me this, right? I come back from the hospital, stitches on my face and everything, right? Shout out Miss Salmon. There was a Raza free staff right there. She used to always rep Florence. Shout out Miss Salmon. OG, you know what I mean? So she, boom, talked to me. She said, so where you from? Whoa, whoa. I'm like, nah. She like, so you're not from the hood? Like, nah. She like, all right, I got something for you. Opens the door and it's a stocky homie from 18. Stocky homie. The homie Lil Triste had just got down with him. Like literally. Like a few days before. So he's right there and then I just look at him. I look at the homie Lil T and he's just laughing. I look at her. She's like, oh, I thought you weren't from the hood, huh? She closes the door. Goes across, opens the door and she ended up putting me with another homie from Pacoima from the Brownstones. Shout out the homie Clever from the Brownstones. So she ends up putting me with him. Boom, I'm there with him. Go out and man, I was a little too excited. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. I ended up getting broken off. Like right there, they would make people do push-ups and stuff like that. I remember we're going out to what was it, yard? We're going out to yard and we're walking through like the little walkway. And it's like a wall. I remember I was so excited. I climbed over the wall trying to look. Got in trouble like, hey, what are you doing, man? There wasn't no diamonds. We didn't have to walk with no diamonds like that, like camp or nothing. But it's like, hey, you know, like keep your straight line formation. Don't be jumping up on walls and stuff like that. You feel me? Like, what are you doing? Remember when we got to where we were at, I had to do some push-ups. Like, man, you messing up the line movement. You got to do push-ups. Shout out to homie Davis from Treetop Paru. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that was on that. He used to make motherfuckers do push-ups and stuff like that. But, hey, it was a good thing. Because, like I said, you got to keep up with your health. You got to keep up with your... You got to keep up with your health, stamina, you know what I mean? Cardio is important. And, of course, you know, you need that punch. You never know. And I ain't saying go out here and be out there mollywhopping people and stuff like that, but you got to be able to defend yourself. You got to be able to defend your loved ones. You feel me? I want my wife to know, like, hey, my husband, like anything, any person, it don't matter who I get into it with, she knows she could call me and the motherfucker's going to pull up and be like, what's happening? That's just a fact. I'm going to defend mine. That's just my point of view, man. I appreciate everybody that tapped in to watch this video. I'm going to continue with my life story on the next one. I'm going to end it off here. It's your boy Santo G, real raw and uncut. I appreciate everybody. With that being said, man, let's get it.